Basta long, global dominion.
Basta long, global dominion.
Basta noon, global dominion.
Hello,
Yes.
good afternoon. Ayan, so I started recording na rin. So, una sa lahat, magandang hapon. Like good day to those who are watching in the morning or daytime. Sa inyong lahat, sa audience natin dito sa Global Dominion Financing Incorporated Facebook page. And as you know, we have another premiere video interview, this time with a different panel, to follow up on our discussion about the businesses in the Philippines amidst a pandemic. And today, we're joined by two great ladies who are experienced and seasoned in their own industries and their own paths. We have Rose Abes, palakpakan. May palakpakan tayo.
Yay!
And
Thank you, Ayan.
welcome. And of course, Jaz Ortencio. I'll turn the table to them for their introduction.
Thank you, Ayan.
Welcome, Jaz. Let's start with Rose Abes. Please.
Okay, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ayan and Jazz. So I'm the CEO and president of RCA Corporation. It's a company that we do marketing, consulting services, and product trading. And I'm the co-owner and general manager of Palace Resort in Nueva Ecija. So that's what I do. And also, I'm a life coach.
You are a life coach. Okay, Coach
Yes.
Rose. Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you. And we have a lot of questions for you later, especially that you own a resort in Nueva Ecija, di ba? It's one of the most
Yes,
impacted
yes.
industries in the Philippines. Let's go to
Yes, I know.
Jazz.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ayan. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, Rose. So I'm Jaz Ortencio. I'm the owner and the maker of Paquitos PH, the salsa, and I'm also a unit manager of Film Life. So marami akong ginagawa.
Ayan. Mukha nga. Maraming salamat din for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Jazz. Okay, so let me step back a bit, and see what has happened over the past few months, past few months, as I would say. Medyo may tono tayo
Yes.
doon for
Almost a year na.
oo nga for how heavy
Yes.
it actually was when 2020 came in. A lot were really hopeful about how the year is going to be, di ba? Sanay tayo dyan may pa
That's so
feng shui
true.
pa tayo. A lot of people are saying maganda magiging pasok ng bagong taon.
Yeah.
We all know it went another way. For many instances, there may nagkasunog and there was a volcano hitting. I'd like to know first how even before the pandemic, before COVID-19 came into the picture, pa-describe naman ng inyong businesses or your affiliations ng mga panahon na yun,
Okay.
pre-COVID. Let's start with Rose.
Okay. So for me, di ba, I agree with what you said. People, especially Filipinos, before the start of the year, nagpapa-feng shui, nagpapa-reading, and they say that 2020 is the year of clarity, di ba? Parang
Is
I
it?
visions. Like
Ganun ba?
Yes, it's
Okay.
2020, di ba? Clarity. And then prior to quarantine, to lockdown. So I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful that everything will be better than last year in terms of business, especially dun sa resort kasi excited kami every summer. And then for RCA, new projects ahead for marketing. But then biglang poof, di ba? Biglang sobrang unexpected yung nangyari this March. And then, ang daming realizations na shaken ako personally and professionally, especially yung pagdating sa business ko. But at the end of the day, it's really rising above, moving forward on how to handle these kinds of things. Kasi this pandemic will last, according to studies, like 2 years pa. So,
Correct.
hindi ba tayo pwedeng magpaka-victim sa nangyayari? We need to move forward, keep on moving forward.
Okay,
So,
but how would you
yun.
describe your business? In particular, yung resort, yung Palas. How was it before the pandemic?
Yeah, before pandemic, sobrang ang daming nagpupuntang guests kasi our resort is also a team building place. And event place din siya. And then it's a recreational place, especially for schools, business, mga businesses or family gatherings. So the start of the year, we're very hopeful, and we're preparing actually for summer season nun eh.
Exactly.
Diba? Parang summer season, ang dami nagpupunta, as in fully booked. And syempre, may preparation kami. Inaayos namin yung mga other facilities, yung mga anong gagawing, how to improve pa. Kasi every year, we make sure na may makikitang bago yung mga guests namin. So preparation-wise, yun yung ginagawa namin before the start of summer season.
Were you projecting then na 2020 is going to be a bigger year than 2019?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, di ba? Very hopeful. Na, syempre, I think every business owner, ganun eh, may sinet kang sales, may sinet kang target for the year, and then biglang, hindi mo siya ma-hit at all. Like, in terms of our, sa resort namin, hindi namin siya na-hit at all. It's really a matter of accepting eh. Pero really, to be honest, at first, iniisip ko na 2 weeks lang yan, magiging okay ulit after a month, but hindi talaga eh. But it took me some time to really accept it, na it is what it is. I can't do anything about it.
Correct. Well, I had the same feeling. I can't tell exactly how, but I had the same feeling nung unang in-announce about COVID-19 that it's going to be temporary, it's going to be short. Hindi ba? It's just another virus that we can get through for sure. But you know, no one knows. No one knew that it's going to be lasting this long. Let's go to Jaz naman. Jaz, you mentioned about the Paquitos business, yung nachos. Is this something that you had even before COVID-19? Meron na ba yun?
No.
Oh.
I started making salsa August last year, 2019. So before, ang ginagawa ko, nagme-make ako ng salsa and then i-rebrand.
Okay.
May dalawa akong sinusuplayan na brand, and then comes yung COVID na. So bigla silang nawala. Doon na create si Paquitos, yung brand ko mismo, Paquitos PH. Kasi sabi ko hindi pwedeng mawala. So anong gagawin ko? 'Di ba? Okay. So yun, since nandiyan na kasi yung skill, andiyan na yung na-test na yung taste niya, so kailangan gumawa na lang ng paraan na magkaroon. So nag-create ako ng bagong brand. So with the help of my brother.
That's nice.
Diba? So doon siya nagdire-diretso. Imagine nag-start ang Paquitos page is April this year, April. And then dire-diretso siya hanggang ngayon. So good thing talaga yung COVID.
In your case. In your case.
Diba?
Well, at the very least, this is something, or this business in particular is something na pinanganak out of COVID, no? Parang lumakas out of COVID. But let's
then for my
the film.
For my other side, yun din, before I was an associate unit manager, and then this year I was promoted as unit manager during COVID din.
During COVID din?
Yes.
Congrats.
During COVID din. Kaya diba, ang saya.
Okay, ang saya. We've seen a lot of opportunities. Okay, so ngayon, if we talked about the pre-COVID and then until it hit, let's go back to the time when na-feel na natin that certainly certainly ito na yung COVID, ito na siya, talagang tinamaan na kami. Wala na tayong choice, talagang mukhang matagal na lockdown ito. I can't remember when natin to naramdaman, but what was going in your head back then? Okay, now I have to think about my resort. Now I have to think about my insurance business and my food business. And how were you feeling back then? Was there any were you what do you call this, shocked, surprised? Let's talk about it. Let's start with Rose.
Okay, so it was announced like March. So very hopeful pa ako, like you mentioned kanina, Ayan, na 2 weeks lang to, 3 weeks, and then you're asking your friends na, magsanggip na lang tayo after, yung mga ganun eh, kasi nag-plan ahead ka na. And then after a month, parang, okay, what's next? So, ang ginagawa ka nun, I want to be productive din, di ba? Like, dito lang ako sa bahay, anong gagawin ko? Ayoko naman ng walang ginagawa. So, during that time, I think for a month or 2 months, sobrang daming mga online classes. So, nag-attend ako different classes, nagbabasa ako ng mga different readings kasi I'm preparing myself mentally and emotionally kung ano mangyayari ahead. Kasi again, ang una ko talaga na feel fear. I think that's that's normal for everyone. I don't know if naramdaman ng lahat 'yon. Pero ako, yun yung na-feel ko na what's ahead? Ano mangyayari? Makakalabas pa ba ako? And ayun, it's the fear of the unknown. Ganun siya, dun siya nag-start.
How long did you freeze, Rose? Or immediately, okay, magpa-plan na ako for Palas or for another business because it's what's gonna happen?
Yeah. It took me a month. A month na para to analyze things. And then, after a month, doon ko napag-isipan na hindi man ako pwedeng mag-iintay lang. So, in the beauty of pandemic, ang dami kong naisip. Like, nakagawa ko ng bagong business this pandemic. And then, naplano ko kung anong pwedeng gawin for resort moving forward. And then, ang dami. I mean, there's beauty behind it eh. Kahit ano nangyayari, I think we should have proper perspective lang yon to find beauty everywhere. Even in this pandemic, I'm sure ang daming na-realize ng mga tao.
Yeah,
Not just personally, but also professionally.
But that wasn't easy for many of us. Hindi ba?
Yes, exactly.
Is there anything na pinanghawakan mo noon? Kasi I mean, okay, let's put it out on the table. Ang tawag dito, tourism business ang resort ko, yung sa Palas. This is in Nueva
Ecija.
Nueva Ecija.
Nueva Ecija.
So, when communities are in lockdown, parang malabong magkaroon ka ng operations for the resort itself, ano? Was there anything na kinapitan mo or you kept on thinking or believing back then to make you think of, you know what, let me move forward?
Yeah. I like that question. Actually, ang kinapitan ko lang talaga is faith. Faith is the highest form of trust because I know everything will be okay. Hindi man this year, but I know something beautiful will blossom by early next year. So, sobrang ganun ako, sobrang positive person. Kasi, ako, like, to be honest, in our resort, wala kaming sales at all. Diba? Every year, we earn millions through sales. And now, wala. Di ba, parang coming from an entrepreneur's perspective, that's a very challenging part. Then inisip na paano na masusuportahan yung mga staff, paano yung maintenance, kasi kailangan ng liquid eh. Correct. But, kailangan maging practical at this point. So, like, in terms of our staff, naka-skeletal kami, kailangan lang ma-maintain yung resort itself. But, at the end of the day, it's really faith eh. Faith na everything will be okay. Because it will be okay.
And it looks like faith paved the way. Kasi it made you really move forward and explore this other business, which we'll talk about.
Yes.
Jazz naman, although masaya ka ngayon,
I'll get lang my charger Maglo-low pa si
Sige, sure. Jazz, so although masaya ka ngayon, I'm sure that in the beginning, you're also thinking or wondering how it's gonna be. Hindi ba?
True.
Hindi mo naman bigla na lang naramdaman yung opportunity. Banda April pa yan or June, banda, di ba?
Yes,
in March, what were you thinking? What was going on?
First, ang nag-sink in talaga sa akin, so hindi na makakalabas. Eh, di ba, outgoing person ako. Sin talagang problema agad, di ba? Kasi for my sa film life side ko kasi is more on labas, more on makikipag-meet, 'di ba, sa client, ganyan, personal, ganyan. So kung hindi nalalabas, so what comes next? So pero ang maganda lang kasi napaganda siya lalo kasi ngayon hindi na talaga kailangan lumabas pero pwede kang magkaroon ng kliyente. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Correct.
Before hindi nangyayari. Dapat may magkita talaga kayo, may personal, ganyan.
Okay.
So, ang ganda talaga na nangyari for my film side. Kaya ang bilis din ng mga transaction, ng pagka-kliyente, ganyan. Kasi nasa bahay ka lang. So, di ba nagkakaroon ka ng additional income? And then, for my salsa side naman, so since nahilig kasi talaga akong sumali sa mga community, mga ganyan,
Mhm.
yung magsisell. I love selling talaga. So, parang natuwa ako doon na parang, ay, ang galing. Pag talagang, even this time of crisis, talagang magte-take advantage ka lang sa situation.
Correct,
I
correct.
agree.
So,
Diba? Kasi andun
apparently,
siya eh.
so parang what was going on was in the beginning, you were thinking na, okay, hindi na makakalabas and this is a problem. But then
Yes,
apparently,
yes.
yung business or yung industry na mismo ang nag-adjust, hindi na kailangan lumabas.
Yes, yes.
Tama ba? Hindi na
Oo.
kailangan lumabas.
Diba?
And I think the more
Mm.
beautiful stories with yung salsa, the paquitos, because it's something that you were just
Yes.
doing out of a hobby siguro in the
Mhm.
last year,
Oo.
which
Yes.
turned out to be a good business this
Naging
year.
business ka talaga
Exactly.
siya.
What
Oo.
what would you advise, if you may, or if would you recommend other people na merong ginagawang ganito, which is probably their strength na pwede nilang gawing business for themselves din?
Actually,
Mhm.
lahat naman tayo talaga may skill, may talent na bigay ng Lord. So, natin, gamitin lang natin. Huwag tayong mainggit dun sa wala tayo ba? So
Mhm.
katulad ko, hindi ko nga alam na kaya ko palang gumawa ng salsa that time, 'di ba?
Okay.
And then inimprove ko lang siya. And kasi imagine kung nasa bahay kayo, yung iba kasi parang nasa bahay na anong gagawin ko? Ang daming pwedeng gawin sa totoo
Mhm.
lang. Ang daming pwedeng gawin sa bahay. Na pwede kang magkaroon ng additional income. And ang maganda dito yung social media like that,
Mhm.
yung take advantage natin kasi katulad niyan, 'di ba? Nauso yung mga online business, yung mga food, yung ganyan. So delivery andyan din. So lahat abot kamay na eh. Gagalaw ka na lang talaga and
Correct,
mag-iisip
correct.
ng diskarte kung paano gagawin. So yeah, nag-create ako ng salsa ko and then naibenta ko, nasa online siya, Lazada and Shopee. So,
Mhm.
hindi ko mga ginagawa yun pero ginawa ko siya because of gusto kong ma-expand. Kasi hindi lang sa
And,
mga online community, di ba?
and I'm sure that business
Mhm.
has already grown since it started. I'm
Mm.
just curious, what made you think na anong gumawa ka ng salsa and it started in amidst the pandemic? Na ito na yon, kasi a lot of people for sure are trying to explore what they can do that they can translate or transform into a business. Anong senyales ang nakuha mo para to make you decide na okay, this is it?
Kasi ang naging rule ko sa akin, sa sarili ko is dapat ma-perfect ko muna isang bagay
Okay.
bago ako mag-create ng iba. So pag na-perfect ko na yon, like yung salsa, so nung nakita ko magandang feedback, yung ganyan, so alam mo ginagawa ko dati, talagang bumibili pa ako ng other salsa just to taste them. Para
Mm-hmm.
ma-compare ko lang yung sa gawa ko ba. And then parang tapos humihingi ako ng feedback, ganyan. So ask for feedback, yung naghahanap talaga ako ng yung hindi maganda, yung maganda, yung ganun. So hanggang sa na-perfect ko na yung lasa niya, okay na, yung ganun, pati yung sustainability. So ngayon nag-iisip na ako ng bago kasi parang okay na ako dito. So move naman ako sa iba para manganak naman siya.
So now it's safe to say na you can just flip your hair and say ito yung best salsa.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kasi sabi ko,
Of
chinek
course.
niya na yung ibang salsa around and before she
Yes,
developed the product itself. Okay, well,
true.
good to know
Sobra.
that, at least,
It's a product of love,
exactly.
Yes,
love and
actually.
passion.
Product of love.
Baka that's the secret recipe. So, anyway,
Tsaka hindi na kailangan magmadali ba na basta makabenta. Siyempre nandun pa rin yung quality and excellence, di ba? Kasi food mo yan eh. Kung baga ako yan eh. So kailangan yung makakatikim nito, maramdaman nila yung sino ba talaga ako, yung ganun. So nandun yun.
Magandang tip yan ha for those
Yes.
who are on may ongoing planning for what they want to do.
Kasi napansin ko din sa iba Ayan. Kasi napansin ko din sa iba, ang dami nilang tinitinda.
Okay.
Alam mo yung gano'n, minsan nagsasuffer yung quality, nagsasuffer yung service, di ba? So, minsan, syempre, ang tao kasi once natikman na yan, minsan hindi ka na mahihirapan mag-advertise kasi word of mouth na yan eh. So, nandun na yun.
So,
I agree.
yun.
Sometimes it's really quality over quantity eh.
I totally agree. So, napag-usapan na natin ang what seemingly are good or successful businesses amidst this pandemic. Let's talk about the finances this time, or yung financing side of your businesses, which is for sure madugo in the beginning. How were the businesses in terms of the financials back then, especially yung start ng pandemic? In particular, we'll start with Rose. Doon sa Palas, di ba? You mentioned earlier, of course, wala kayong sales, but you had to still at least merong payment na may fees pa rin or gastos pa rin dyan.
Yes.
How was it?
Yes. Actually, like, yung ginamit mong word, it's really madugo. Di ba? Kami, yun nga, as mentioned kanina, every year sales namin, millions inaabot. And then all of a sudden, from millions to zero. Ganun siya. And then this summer season, since closed kami, yun yung protocol sa province eh. And then, continuous kaming naglalabas ng money. Continuous construction,
Correct.
payroll, maintenance and stuff. As in, like, 6 digits pa yung, 6 pala. O tama, 6. Kinumpute ko. 6 digits pa yung lumalabas this summer.
May expenses.
Yung gano'n. So, yes, expenses. So, challenging siya.
Mm.
Pero, it came to a point na kailangan namin ma-realize when to stop. Stop the operation talaga. Kasi we're not, hindi kami, we're really bleeding. Yaks. Ganun yung nangyayari sa business namin sa resort. So, yung everyday na pumapasok na staff, kinot down namin siya to 3 days.
Okay.
And then, from an entrepreneur's perspective kasi, it's really, and syempre meron kaming mga staff. Coming from compassion, iniisip din namin na paano namin masusustain, paano sila kikita, paano sila. Yung ganun. Syempre, it's nasa province pa eh. Pero good thing lang din na yung mga staff namin, they're very creative. They know how, the Filipino kaya nilang kumita on their own, which is good. And everyone is very positive about it. I remember I had this conversation with my staff. Naka-video call kasi hindi ako makauwi ng province din eh.
Right.
And then one of them mentioned na, ma'am, kaya natin to. Parang, oo nga, no? Kaya naman talaga natin eh.
Yeah, I was gonna ask kasi sana about the perception of the staff when you had to do, rotational work, parang bawas sa load, and which means bawas din sa salary. I mean, every company for sure has gone through some adjustments in terms of their finances. So it's good to hear na naintindihan nila, no?
Yes, and I think also that's one of the best qualities ng Pilipino, very maparaan. Hahanap at hahanap ka talaga to support yourself and to support your family. And then in our resort kasi, personally, I don't treat our staff as staff. We're a family. Very supportive kami sa isa't isa. If ano yung kailangan mo, i-provide ng other person, if kaya. And for now, if we can provide finances, now we can provide encouragement sa mga staff namin. And yun yung ginagawa namin ngayon sa isa't isa. Because Palace Resort, it's a home for us.
Okay. So beyond the money, the relationship goes talaga around. Jaz, ikaw naman. Since a lot are thinking of doing or building a business for themselves, if you can share lang naman how much was your initial capital to put up si Paquitos? Talagang para maumpisahan niya siya.
Yeah.
Nag-start ako for Paquitos is 10,000.
Wow.
For this April, it's 10,000. So before kasi ginagawa ko na siya. So alam ko na yung mga supplier na ganyan, na mura. So nung create ko lang binalik ko lang kasi with my own brand. So mas ano na sa akin, mas mabilis na sa akin. Then nag-start ako sa ganon. So after nun, hindi ko talaga siya ginalaw. As in, dun lang siya. Kasi yun nga, 'di ba, pandemic ngayon. So at least alam natin baka kasi hindi na naman mag-work, mga ganun ba. So at least meron kang
correct.
Meron kang pera na in case may mangyari ulit, may naka-ready kang pera.
Kumbaga,
and then kasi may
kumbaga that capital or that money is something na alam mo nang kaya mong itabi. Kaya sinimulan mo na. Tama ba? That's how it started.
Yes, nagdire-diretso siya. So, nag-start ako for, I think, mga 5 boxes. 5 boxes ng Paquitos. And then, ngayon, meron ako mga reseller sa iba't ibang lugar, sa Taguig, Tapos so nakakatuwa kasi parang, imagine nag-start lang ako na, kaya naman talaga mag-start kung gugustuhin. And then, i-discipline lang ba yung sarili na, kasi na ano mo na na-experience mo na
Right. Just checkahan mo ko. So, that was April, 10,000. O, checkahan mo, nakabalik na ba yon?
Ay, more than pa.
More than pa.
Wow.
Diba?
Good job.
More than pa.
Good job.
And can I add something?
Please. First, go ahead.
Kasi na-try ko before yung product ni Jaz na salsa. 'di ba she mentioned kanina na mas focus siya dun sa quality versus sa quantity. And then dun nagsa-start yung word of mouth eh. And
Yes.
I feel that if you really love your product, it's out of love and passion, sobrang ang daming bibili. In fairness, sa product na Paquitos, it's very refreshing and it's very healthy. For me,
Yes, yes.
And ang daming nagpa-patronize yan because it's out of passion and love.
Oo.
I think
Thank
yun
you,
yung key sa mga businesses.
Right. So it's not just 10,000
Talaga.
pesos, it's 10,000 plus passion and love.
Mhm.
Yes. Doon ako
and
nag-start.
a lot of puyat and effort for sure.
Actually, hindi nga masyadong puyat kasi,
Oh,
'di ba
di
kasi
ba?
ganito ang ginagawa ko, ini-sked ko lang. 'Di ba
Mm.
may film ako. So,
Mm.
kasi for the pakito, so kaya ako kasi talaga nagtitimpla niyan. And then meron lang akong tagahiwa ganyan. So i-sked ko rin yung tagahiwa na pupunta sa bahay, ganyan ganyan. So magpo-production kami. For the whole day lang 'yon. So for that whole day, ang mindset ko talaga is for pakitos for that whole day. Kasi the other, film yan eh. So, hindi ko siya hawak. So, pag nag-production ako, talagang for pakitos lang yon. Kasi ang hirap naman nagtitimpla ka, di ba? Dahil mong sinasaksak
Right.
sa utak.
Right.
Mm.
So may
Alam mo,
time and task management involved din
talaga,
talaga na
talaga.
mabusisi. Okay. Gusto kong balikan
Yes.
si Rose kasi there was another business which was born out of our amidst the pandemic,
Yes.
which is RCA Corporation. Can you tell me more about it and how did it start? Bakit bigla mo
Yeah.
naisip na, okay, let me do this as well?
Yeah, okay. So yun nga, aside kasi sa last resort, I also have my own company which is RCA Corporation. It's registered as marketing consultant company and at the same time product trading. And for the longest time, hindi ko natututukan yung product trading. Masyado akong focus sa other aspects of my life. And then one of the things na gift ng pandemic is nagkaroon ako ng maraming time. So, mas natutukan ko ngayon yung product trading. Kaya mas nag-launch ako ng mga products na under RCA, the brand name is called Fresh Choice. And kaya ko siya naisip, Fresh Choice, first, we have, the first category, we have meats, mga lutong pambahay na meats na ready to cook, na pre-cut na siya. And then this October, mag-launch kami ng wine naman. So another category.
Wow.
Yes. And then, kaya ko siya naisip kasi I really believe kasi na kailangan umiikot pa rin yung money in our lives eh.
Correct.
Hindi pwedeng hihintay lang tayo na may dumating. Dapat I need to do something about it. Kaya ko siya naisip na anong gagawin ko? Mahina yung marketing side. I think now, adaptability is the key. How to be relevant. Paano ka mag-move forward in terms of your business. And yun nga, parang one of my mantras kasi in life is really the cycle of infinity. It's giving and receiving. So once we stop giving to other people, magsa-stop din tayo maka-receive. Diba? It's a cycle eh. That's why isa sa mga bagay na naisip ko this pandemic is ayusin yung product trading na side ng RCA Corporation. And true enough, maganda yung return for the past 2.5 months. So I'm very happy about it. Yun yung isa sa mga nadulot ng pandemic time.
Yeah, so parang it looks like another product out of passion and love din, ano?
Yes.
And gusto ko yung about the infinity or giving and receiving, it all comes around.
Yes.
Okay, so last question for both of you before I let you talk about some of the stuff in your businesses would be, was there any point in time, even before the pandemic, that you thought of infusing funds for your businesses, like availing of loans? Syempre, dahil ang Global Dominion Financing ay lender, was there any time that you considered it or done it, and how was it? Pisahan natin
so
si Rose.
Okay, sige. Syempre ang malaking kailangang capital namin is sa resort itself kasi it's really construction. Like we spent like millions and millions every year para maayos yun. Considering getting loans, yes. Naisip namin siya because yun nga, as entrepreneurs, we need to be wise din eh. Wise in terms of saan namin isi-spend, yung natitirang liquid, paano namin siya gagamitin. And like getting someone or getting a company to support our needs one of the things that we considered talaga before. So yeah, I think it's a very very helpful, especially in this time of pandemic, of in this new normal. Like ang daming nawalan ng work. So
Tama.
we need to be yun nga, like what I mentioned kanina, adaptability is the key. So if we don't have enough liquid, I think getting someone to help us with our finances is a good choice. It's a good decision.
Great. Okay, thanks for that, Rose. Jazz.
Yes, for thinking about loans, for my pakitos, yes. Kasi it's a good it's a good thing kasi gagamitin siya sa business, 'di ba? Kaya okay din 'yon. Kasi for me, for my pakitos kasi it's ang talagang ko diyan, ang direction ko diyan is makapasok ako sa supermarket, sa malls, ganyan. And then kailangan kasi
penetration muna, no?
Diba? Yan. So, yan talaga yung direction yun. Pero syempre, kailangan din ng malaking amount dyan for that.
Correct.
So, ngayon kasi ang ginagawa is little by little, pinapakilala muna siya on social media, ganyan. So, para at least pagka, na siya, pag ready na kami, then siguro kailangan talaga namin ng funds, yung pagmalakihan. Diba? And other products na rin kasi, for support sa other products din. Yun.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. And thanks for the advice at sa inyong mga stories. I'd like to give you a minute each to tell us more about your products or your businesses para ma-introduce din natin further pa to our audience here in the Global Dominion Facebook page. Let's start with, who wants to go first? Si Jaz na?
Si Jaz na lang.
Yes, okay. So for my dami kasing business no. So for my Paquitos, for Paquitos PH, please like our page, Paquitos PH it's an homemade salsa, Filipino taste siya. So fresh and healthy salsa. So like nyo lang po kasi nandun po yung mga makikita nyo mga kung may promos kami and meron din po siya.
Can they order sa Facebook mo? Can they order sa Facebook?
Yes. Magsisend lang ng message. Okay. And then meron din kami sa Lazada and sa Shopee. So lahat nila talaga, 'di ba? So yan. And then for my other side, I'm a unit manager of Film Life. So ito tuloy-tuloy din talaga ito. Hindi to kailangan ng fund. So kasi talagang meron siyang meron naman talaga siyang income. And 'yon, bali nag-train ng mga advisors ganyan since I'm a leader. So I have 10 advisors na sa ngayon kasi kaka-promote ko lang. So tuloy-tuloy pa din. And ang maganda kasi for being a financial advisor is work from home talaga. Hindi ka lalabas, hindi katulad dati na kailangan kang gumastos, magkape, mamamasahe, 'di ba? Magbihis, mag-makeup. So ngayon, pwedeng makeup lang and then maayos na buhok and then
electronic,
Zoom na.
kanya-kanyang kape.
Yes.
Ayan.
Kanya-kanyang kape. 'Di ba? Walang gastos,
mas matipid. How can people
reach
out to you about it, Jazz? How can they
through my Facebook page.
Okay.
And then sa nasa Facebook page ako. Just look for Jaz Ortencio.
All right.
And then siya. And then for salsa, Paquitos PH.
Tama. Don't forget, Jaz Ortencio and Paquitos PH. Let's go to Rose.
Okay. So for me, when pag dumating na sa point na pwede na tayong mag-out of town, mag-relax with family and friends amidst nature, like Palace Resort in Nueva Ecija. Diba?
Yes.
Correct. Palace Resort is one of the best place that you should visit. It's located in Nueva Ecija. So if you want to visit our website, just check on www.palaceresort.com. Lahat ng information nandun, photos, rates, and stuff. And then also, under RCA Corporation, you can check on our Facebook page, Fresh Choice Products. Currently, we have quality lutong pambahay cut meats, and this October we'll launch quality wines.
Wow.
So, di ba perfect pair? Wines, especially this summer, Christmas season, di ba?
Yes. So, congratulations, Rose and Jaz.
Ayan, habol ko pala.
Habol
ko. For my group sa Cardinal Boy Financials, pwede nilang i-follow or check niyo yung website. Cardinal Boy Financials. Yes, Facebook and website.
Sige, salamat, Jaz.
Yes.
Question lang kay Rose. Yung
Thank you.
Palas ba, is it, wala man lang bang parang soft opening na parang may social distancing lang, pero
We
pwede na
can't.
No, we
We
can't
ask
talaga.
our local municipality, bawal talaga.
Labas na ako. Okay, fine. Sige.
Correct.
Just also for the audience who's been thinking, gusto ko nang makalabas finally. And then, hindi pa rin pala pwede.
One day, someday.
Yes. And hindi mo nabanggit, no? May Facebook page din si Palas ba? Aside from the website?
Yes,
Okay.
same thing. Our Facebook page is Palaz Resort.
Palas Resort. Okay, they just
Yes,
have to find the correct Facebook page. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's it for today. Ang dami naming natutunan for sure. Ang dami rin nating na-discuss within the day.
Yes.
And we hope that people have learned from our discussion, especially those who have been thinking about their businesses, whether they're still starting the business or it's an existing one which may be struggling, but you know what, it's fine. What I'm taking out from our discussion is really, the drive, the passion, love, and faith will really help you
Yes,
amidst this crisis. It's just something unique. And of course, the fun. Kung kulang na, alam niyo na kung saan pupunta.
Yeah.
Yes, global.
Global Dominion. Lumapit lang sa Global Dominion. So, maraming salamat ulit, Jaz.
Thank you so much, Ayan.
Thank
for
you
this
so much,
opportunity.
Ayan.
Meron tayong electronic palakpakan sa background na papasok din. Maraming salamat sa time niyo. And for the audience, thank you for your time. We'll see you again in the next couple of weeks. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Basta long, global Dominion.
Basta long, global dominion.